Hey there and welcome. Ever dream of being your own boss, like right from your kitchen table? Well, today we're going to break down DeAndre Peterson's amazing workshop into a super fast 5-minute roadmap to get your own home-based business off the ground. All right, let's jump right in.
Okay, let's start with a big one. A company that completely changed how we think about technology and literally put a computer in every single one of our pockets. I have a feeling you know this one.
All right, next up, another absolute giant. A company that basically put the entire world on wheels. And finally, how about a name that's pretty much synonymous with chocolate? A true classic American success story. So, you've got these three massive, world-changing companies. What's the connection? What's the one thing they all share, besides being household names?
That's it. Believe it or not, every single one of them started out as a home-based business. It's just proof that the biggest successes can come from the absolute humblest of beginnings.
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? The dream of becoming a home-based CEO. It's all about turning something you're passionate about into something that pays the bills, all without leaving your house. But before we even touch the how, there's a way more important question you need to ask yourself.
DeAndre Peterson says this is the real starting line. It's not about the business plan or the LLC just yet. It's about you. Are you really built for this? Because here's the honest truth. If a simple pay raise at your current job would make you happy and kill that itch, you might not be ready to take this leap.
Which brings us to what might be the most crucial part of this whole journey, the mindset check. Because becoming an entrepreneur is way less about a checklist and way more about a fundamental mental shift.
There is a huge difference here. See, as an employee, you kind of operate with your head down. You're focused on your tasks. You're following a plan that someone else created. But as an entrepreneur, you've got to have your head up, constantly scanning the horizon, looking for opportunities, and actually creating the plan yourself. It's a massive shift from being motivated by a paycheck to being purely self-motivated.
And that takes a certain type of personality, right? You have to be flexible because your plans will get blown up all the time. You have to be a self-starter because nobody's going to be telling you what to do. You have to be okay with uncertainty because, and this is a big one, there are no guaranteed paychecks. And you have to be ready to put in consistent, hard work because at the end of the day, it's all on you.
Okay, so let's say your mindset is locked in. You're ready for the challenge. Now what? Well, now we get to the playbook. Peterson takes his top tips and boils them down to 3 core strategies for actually making money.
First things first, define your product. Now listen, this is key. It doesn't mean you have to invent something totally new. Peterson shares this incredible example of a guy who sold ad space on napkins and styrofoam cups that he gave to businesses for free. He was making hundreds of thousands a month. He didn't reinvent Cubs, he just tweaked the business model.
Second, you have got to define your customer. If you say you're marketing to everybody, you're really marketing to nobody. You need to be specific. Just think about Chick-fil-A. Their customer service is legendary, right? That laser focus on the customer experience is what helped them become the #1 franchise even though they're closed 1 day a week. That's what builds loyalty.
And third, define your process. This is the nitty-gritty. It means you have to market your butt off all the time, everywhere. It also means you gotta build the plane while you're flying it. Don't wait for perfection. Just get started and learn from your mistakes as you go. And finally, you have to become an absolute expert. Your bookshelf should be overflowing with books about your industry.
So you've got the mindset. You've got the playbook. There's really only one thing left to do. You just have to start. But I know there's usually one big objection that stops almost everyone right in their tracks.
Yep, this one right here. The idea that you need a mountain of cash to get started. But you know what? In this day and age, that's just not true anymore.
You can literally start making money today. Go detail a few cars, clean an office building, write a killer resume for someone, drive for Uber. You can even get into stuff like drop shipping, where you sell products online without ever touching them, or Amazon FBA, where you find deals at Target or Walmart and send them to Amazon to sell for you. The options are truly endless.
Still think your idea is maybe a little too crazy to work? Well, let's look at maybe the craziest idea of all time. $15 million. In the summer of 1975, a guy named Gary Dahl made a fortune selling rocks. Just rocks in a box. The genius was the packaging. He included a clever instruction manual on how to care for your new pet. He turned a simple joke into millions.
Or what about this thing? I mean, come on, what is it really? It's just a bathrobe, worn backwards.
That one simple, kind of silly idea brought in $20 million in a single year.
These weren't revolutionary inventions. They were just clever ideas that solved a very simple problem.
And that really brings us to Peterson's final and maybe most powerful piece of advice. You have to trust those wild, out-of-the-box ideas.
Because you truly never know which one might be the next pet rock. So that leaves just one last question on the table. What's your crazy idea?